Hello students, welcome to this next video of class 11 business studies, and this is in continuation of the last video, and we were doing lesson 2 forms of business organization. So this is next form of business, that is joint Hindu family. So joint Hindu family form of organization wherein the business is owned and carried by the members of the Hindu undivided family. So please note it that this form of organization, it is owned and carried by the members of Hindu undivided family. Means the family which is not yet divided. Means not in nuclear family, but it is a kind of joint family, Hindu undivided family. Then basis of membership in the business, means what is the base for being, how one can be the member in such kind of business? Just by birth in that particular family, and 3 successive generations can be members. Clear? Then business is controlled by the head of the family, who is the eldest member and is called Karta. Means the controlling power is in the hand of the head of the family, and who can be the head of the family? The eldest member of that particular family, and that eldest member is called as Karta, and all the rest of the members, they are known as co-partners. So members have equal ownership right over the property of an ancestor, and they are known as co-partner. Means except the eldest member is known as Karta, and rest of the members, they are known as co-partners. Then there are 2 systems governing the membership of the family business, and they are Daya Bhaga system and Mitakshara. So what are these systems? Let's see. Daya Bhaga system, it prevails only in West Bengal. Means in India, if we talk, just this West Bengal, means Daya Bhag system, it is only in West Bengal, and under this system both male and female members of Hindu undivided family can become co-partners. Male and female both can become the co-partner of such Hindu undivided family. And what is Midakshara? It is applicable everywhere in India but except West Bengal. Why? Because in West Bengal Daya Bhag system is there. So except West Bengal, in all rest of the place in India, Mitakshara is used, and under this system only male members of the family can become co-partners. So the main difference is that first Daya Bhag, it is used in West Bengal, and Mitakshara, it is used all over in India except West Bengal. In Daya Bhag both male female can be co-partner, and in Mitakshara only the male member of the family can become co-partner. Now let's see the features of Hindu undivided family. That is, the 5 features are as follows: formation, liability, control, continuity, minor member, and registration. So now let's see the points one by one. So formation, there should be at least 2 members in the family and ancestral property to be inherited by them. Means for formation there should be 2 members, because if means 2 members should be there, and the family should not be divided. Okay, and property means the capital which one used for starting any business, it should be ancestral. And other than this, there is no agreement is required, and it is governed by Hindu Succession Act 1956. Then if we talk in term of liability, so the liability of members except the Karta is limited to the extent of their share in the property of the business. Means except Karta, others liability is limited. Karta is the head of the family, and he has to carry all the business, so his liability is unlimited, and rest of the co-partners, the liability is limited. Then the control, Karta controls the family business and his decisions are binding to all. Means definitely when there is one head of the family, then he is only going to handle everything. So control lies in the hand of Karta. So he takes all the major decisions, and his decisions are binding or are binding on the other members. Mean other members of the family, they have to listen to what Karta says. So Karta is the one who is controlling, the controlling power is in the hand of Karta only, because he is the head of the family. Continuity, business continues even after the death of Karta, next eldest becomes Karta. Means even after the death of the Karta, the business still continues, as now the next eldest member will become the Karta of the business. Then minors are also member of the business. So student, as I have already told you that just taking birth in such undivided family will make the person the member of such business. So therefore minor can also be the member. Means if a child has taken birth in such family, so definitely the child is a minor till he acquire the age of 18. So as the mere taking birth is will make one the member of the family, therefore it is said that minor can also be the member of the family. Then registration is not mandatory as is governed by Hindu Law Act. Now let's see the merits of Hindu Undivided Family. HUF is the shortcut of Hindu Undivided Family. So they are effective control, continued business existence, increased loyalty and cooperation, limited liability of members. So effective control, as Karta has control over the business, conflicts among member or interference in decision making is avoided. Means as the eldest member, that is Karta, has all the power, so it avoids conflicts, and even the decision making is very prompt, very quick, as Karta has to take all the major decision has to be taken by Karta only, therefore the decision making is very quick. And because the other co-partners, they are not supposed to interfere in any kind of decision making of Karta, therefore it is also said that quick decision making is taken, may take place. Then continued business existence. Operation of business are not terminated and continuity of business is not at stake. Then as we have already discussed the point in feature also, that the business will continue unaffected. In case of death of Karta, the next eldest member will be the Karta of. Then limited liability of members. Liability of co-partners is limited to their share and their risk is well defined and precise. So again the liability of Karta is unlimited, and rest of the family member, that is of co-partners, is limited only up to their share in the business. That means that the amount of share the co-partners are holding, they are just liable for that much amount. Therefore it is said that the liability of co-partners is limited and Karta is unlimited. Then increase loyalty and cooperation. As business is run by family, loyalty and cooperation is received from family members. So as by the name it is found that Hindu Undivided Family means member of this kind of business are actually family member, isn't it? So definitely there will be the family members will be there, and there is greater sense of loyalty towards one another, and this type of means this helps in securing better cooperation from all the members of the family. So student, these were the merits of Hindu Undivided Family. Now let's see the limitations of Hindu Undivided Family. So the limitations of Hindu Undivided Family are limited managerial skill, limited resources, dominance of Karta, and unlimited liability of Karta. So now let's see limited resources. Faces problem of limited capital as business is run on ancestral property, which limits expansion of business. So now as we know that this kind of business, it is run on ancestral property, and these ancestral property is limited. So due to this limited property, it limits the scope for expansion of business, because for the expansion of business one will require more fund, but as ancestral property it is limited, so there may be difficulty for expansion of the business. Then unlimited liability of Karta. Karta has unlimited liability. His personal property is used to repay the debts. As Karta has unlimited liability, so if in case Karta is not able to repay the debts, then what will happen in that case? Yes, then his personal property can be used to repay business debts. Dominance of Karta. Dominance of Karta may cause conflict amongst them and may break down the family unit. As you know that Karta being the eldest member and they are the whole soul of such kind of business. So there is chance that due to Karta's dominance, because every time Karta is the one who is dominating everyone. You do this thing, do that thing, you have to listen to me, whatever. So what will this may cause conflict, and even due to such kind of thing it may lead to breakdown of family unit. Then limited managerial skill. As Karta has to perform all the functions of business, he may not be expert in all the activities of business. So student, as we remember in sole proprietorship form of business, that no one person can be skilled in all managerial activity. So likewise, Karta here in Hindu undivided family, Karta has to perform all functions of the business. So it may be possible that Karta may not be expert in all the areas of management, and so the business may suffer due to his unwise decision. So these are all the limitations of Hindu undivided family. And student, at last I will also like to add one thing, that nowadays such kind of business like Hindu undivided family, it is diminishing as there is decreasing number of joint Hindu families in the country nowadays. So here I end up with the Hindu undivided family, its features, merits and limitations. So thank you.